y'all, what's up? This is Rain Man, and this is interview with a juggalette. The very first juggalette on this interview, and happened 4 months later. And yes, and on the phone right now is Miss Juggalette.
Hello, guys.
So, how are you doing today, Miss Juggalette?
I am doing pretty good. How about yourself, Rain Man?
I am stuffed with tenders in my stomach. Oh yes. So first off, let me just say this. First, I'm very sorry that it took you 4 months just to get this interview. I had some shit going on, and we're finally getting it. We're finally getting it on, and not like that, but and let me just say this. Let me just say this. I have so much respect for you because one, you didn't go on my Facebook, you didn't bitch go like, Rain Man, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You didn't do none of that. You just kept it cool, and for that, you've earned my 100% respect right there. You just earned it all the way.
Yay, I'm special. Good for me.
Special ed. Anywho, oh, oh damn, you heard that. Anywho, so are you ready for for your interview?
I've been ready for 4 months.
Fucking smartass. Anywho, so,
Be a smart ass tonight.
oh wow, thank you. So, first question, what made you want to be a YouTuber? I mean, what made you just wanted to what made you want to compel you to make videos on YouTube for as your hobby?
Well, the first video that I actually made was a video response to Juggalo, Juggalo for Us. And it was, what does it mean to be a Juggalo or Juggalette to you? And for me, it just means so incredibly much, and to show just how passionate I am about the whole family and music and what it means. It just, I knew that I had to do a response to it, and then I just got people telling me, how they wanted to see more of me. They wanted me to do more videos, and then, it just kind of clicked. Not to mention, I've met so many great people. I mean, Crazy McCormick, Rain Man. I met Hobo, Juggalo, and of course, we all know I met Fight.
Oh wow. So, mostly not only being a juggalette meant a lot to you, but like it not only impacted you, but also being on YouTube, it also impacted you as well.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, nice. And tell us what does it mean to you to be to be a juggalette? I mean, how passionate are you about it exactly?
Well, when I was younger, I had a lot of family issues going on. A lot of people who watch my videos know that I was abused as a child from my father, and I had a broken home. I was bouncing back and forth from being at my grandmother's to at my mom and dad's, who were going through a divorce, and my dad being abusive, like I said, and my dad constantly cheating. Um, and also, when I wasn't at either of their houses, I was over at Justice, which was a very close and personal person in my life. And, he showed me this music, and to me, it was these two people fighting off the people that were being so much of the bad guys in my life, I guess you could say. And me, I guess it was my crutch. It was something that helped me get through the hard times. And they showed me that it gets better.
Hmm.
So the Hatchet Man is kind of like a symbol of hope to me. It's a symbol that things do get better. And because of ICP and because of psychopathic records, I was able to get past all of the things that happened in my life, and I'm still standing here today.
Oh, now I see. So it not only impacted you by the people around you, but it impacted you like in the heart, what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. And so a lot of people notice you more on JOE, which is Juggles Online Entertainment. Um, how did you get on, and what happened when the days were coming to an end on the Juggalo's online entertainment?
Well, when JO first went down, Blue asked me if I wanted to be on JOE, because, he wanted to get everybody that was on the original JO back on JOE. And for a while, it was just blown out. Nobody even cared about it. And then Hobo, I started talking to him because of Blog TV, not necessarily through YouTube, but I started watching his videos after I met him on Blog TV.
Mm-hmm.
And as a lot of people know, him and I started dating, and me and him tried to build JOE from the ground up.
Oh, okay. And when it was all going down, after when CPN made a video about Spike and Hobo, constantly, complaining on JOE, the days were the days of JOE were closing down, and um, tell me about it. Like, what was your thoughts before it got completely closed down, and then after it got closed down?
Well, my thoughts of it as it was closing down, it was kind of like, it was mostly because of around, as everybody knows, the collaboration channel started rising up out of nowhere because, people were saying that it was, we weren't allowing people to go in and it wasn't this and this and this. It had nothing to do with that. It was the fact that some of the people that were on the channel already did the kind of videos that other people were doing. So, like, it's kind of like two people that you watch very, very frequently
Uh-huh.
doing the same exact review. I mean, each one of them is kind of different, but in all reality, it's the same thing once you get down to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
And wanted to make it more interesting. My thoughts of it was just kind of like, whatever. I don't think Blue had a right to do it because, he totally gave the reins over to Hobo Juggalo. And then everybody was saying how Spike and Hobo were bitching, but the fact of the matter was is how many people were bitching about JOE in general. I mean, there was Blue, Crazy McCormick, CPN, a lot of other Juggalos and Juggalettes were saying a whole bunch of stuff about JOE, but we were the ones that were bitching. Didn't make much sense.
Oh, okay, okay. Now I'm starting to understand more. And then when it got taken down, no more JOE, what happened? Were you shocked that it was taken down, or did you just brush it off your shoulders and went on to JOR?
I didn't really care. I mean, Jersey kind of felt bad about it. Me and Jers are really good friends. A lot of people might know that. We talk quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And, comes to me when he needs help or advice or something like that. And me and him actually talked about JOR, and he wanted me to help him get it off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And, we just started getting this idea, and he started getting people together, and, I mean, I brushed it off my shoulder because I knew that in the end, my channel was still up. Everybody else's channels that were on JOE were still up, and we had a lot of good things in the future. We had JOR going on. Juggalo a Day was coming up, which I have, some of the people originally on JOE on there. And I had all three of the original ones on there until Hobo dropped out.
Mm. And speaking of Juggalo a Day, what made you want to do it? What made you want to do Juggalo a Day, and how did the idea came up? I don't know if it's, well, I haven't been on YouTube for like a while, well, for months actually, and I haven't heard anything from Juggalo a Day. So, what is it? What is it about, and what made you want to do it?
Well, ever since I first started Juggalo, ever since I first started on YouTube, I've always had the idea of doing like a weekly Juggalo channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of getting everybody's opinions on a certain topic. It's kind of like a topic of the week. Like, that's basically what it is. What happens is it goes Monday through Saturday on one topic, and then another topic is brought up on Monday, and it goes through the people. Like, Monday is Batman Jersey, Tuesday is myself, Wednesday is just Juggalo or Isaac. Thursday Spike. Friday was originally Hobo Juggalo, but it is now Cali Green Too Fresh. And Saturday is the Master Creature. We have multiple different personalities, multiple different opinions, and very intelligent people. I mean, of course, there wasn't enough days in the week to have many more people that I wanted on there, but that's the beauty of it. You can have video responses given back to people, and everybody gets to put their opinions in. I just think that it's a great way of bringing the family together, the community together, and being able to share our opinions on things that, sometimes other people learn about as well as just yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I may not be the first one to say this. I know a lot of other people may have said this, but I mean, with those 6 people there, including you, on Juggalo a Day, that's one hell of a lineup there. I mean, all of y'all are intelligent as fuck. Y'all all have great opinions, and y'all have a lot of things to say, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whether it's beliefs or anything like that. That's one hell of a lineup, and that's pretty awesome there.
Yeah. I've got some of those controversial motherfuckers on there.
Actually, you do, including you. Oh, no offense.
Hey, I'm not that controversial. I'm just very outspoken.
Very outspoken. We'll call it that. Honestly. Anywho, so do you think there should be more females up on YouTube or more males, or what's your opinion on that? I mean, do you think there should be more females on YouTube?
I definitely think that there should be more females. I know of myself. Just Jekyll doesn't do very much. Killer J, she's on there every once in a while. Miss Satanic Juggalo. And there's Miss Pretty Let, and there is my baby Let. There is Alyssa. Other than that, I don't really see many juggalettes up there showing their minds. And a lot of the times I get this, and it's because, a lot of people see my videos, and the first thing they're attracted to is they don't look at my face, they don't look at my opinions, and I've gotten this in comments. Bam, first thing, boobies. It's kind of like people don't pay attention to your opinions when you have boobs. And for me, that's what I thought for a while, was that, I kept on getting so many comments about my boobs. It's like, well, nobody's paying attention to my opinion. Maybe if I, dressed in a fucking turtleneck, people will listen to me. But, I just annoy the hell out of people enough to listen.
Oh yeah, and to be honest with you, the top 3 females I like to look at on YouTube, I mean not look at on YouTube, but actually listen to what they have to say on their videos on YouTube. The third one, which would have to be well, she does. I don't think Amanda does it. Aggravated Amanda. I know you don't like her that much now.
I actually made up with her. We had a falling out, and then it was basically pure rage towards Child Play Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've actually been kind of tight lately because, she's going through some issues right now that I've been through, and we just kind of connect on a different level. She was one of my favorite YouTubers before she fell off the face of the earth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was one of my favorites, and I don't know, I mean, just how she always got mad, it was just so funny how she just plain out just blew up. And
Right.
And then the second one that I like to listen to would have to be what's that chick's name? Twisted Ash. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first one is actually you, as a matter of fact. I mean, you're always on YouTube, and you always have different random things to say, whether it's Juggalo related or not, or whether it's you or Spike, or whether it's just what's going on in your life. You always share with us, and you're not afraid to say anything. And that's one thing that I like about what you have to say in your videos, is that you're really open. You talk about whatever is in your mind.
Well, I'm very flattered.
Oh dang, that laugh. Anywho, So now to the question I ask everybody that have I have done this interview with. How did you become down with the clown?
I originally became down. The person that got me into this was my former, a person that I was close, very close friends with and best friends with. They helped me through the good and the bad, and also he was my boyfriend at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I originally, he was like my best friend. He got me through completely everything, and I knew him since we were basically in diapers. And one day I came over to his house and I was in this really depressed mood and we were sitting in his room and he put on a mixed CD.
Mm-hmm.
And I was mixtape or mixed CD, I can't remember which one. But he put on a mixtape and the first one that came up after I think it was Slim Shady, it was Eminem, and then Riddlebox came on. And I like the beat. My ADHD kicks in, of course, and I like the beat of it. And it was really, something that hooked me from the noise of it. And then, Halls of Illusion and Under the Moon, and it just made me click so much. And like I said, it made me feel like they were trying to get rid of all the bad guys from some of the songs like Halls of Illusion.
Oh yeah. And out of all the albums Psychopathic Records has ever done, um, what's your favorite album from ICP? One favorite album from Twisted, ABK, Blaze, Boondocks, and whoever else was on there. That includes the people from the past as well. What is your favorite albums from each of the artists?
My favorite album, hands down, from ICP is Riddlebox. It's always been my favorite. I consider that my Joker's card. Originally, I'm from the Great Malenko era, but I relate more to Riddlebox, although I relate more to songs on Malenko.
Mm-hmm.
Twisted, I have to say, I prefer Freak Show.
Mm-hmm.
Boondocks, I like basically all of Boondocks' work, but if I have to pick one, it had to be South Pell. I am actually not a fan of either Dayton Family or AMB.
Mm-hmm.
ABK, I personally like Mudface, I think it is. I don't listen much of ABK.
Oh yeah.
Lotus, it's, Tales from the Lotus Pod. Who am I missing?
Blaze.
Oh, Blaze. I really don't like Blaze at all. I guess I have to go with, I don't really like any of them. I can't really pick a CD. I don't really like Blaze that much.
Well then, I hope he doesn't like you very much either.
Well, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Well, okay then. And wow, that's pretty shocking. Anywho, um, now let's talk about the topic that most people hate to talk about. And yes, you can agree with me if you want. Let's talk about you and Spike. Now,
Oh, God.
so, okay, so you and Spike have endured a lot of hate from a lot of people, and I'm not saying that y'all two are the only couples that get a lot of hate. I mean, every couple gets it, but how do you and Spike just, you know, go through it? Do y'all talk about it? Like y'all say, don't worry about it, or y'all address people? I mean, how do y'all go through all that hate, including whenever guys are hitting on you and guys are picking on Spike? I mean, how do y'all do it?
Well, basically what I do personally, and I try and get Spike to the same thing, but, he's a little bit different than I am. I like to think at the end of the day, it's just YouTube. I can turn off YouTube. I can turn off the computer and it's over with. That's it. But Spike, on the other hand, Spike, he has a true passion for YouTube, so he gets a little bit more upset than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But if we like have an issue and somebody is, say, flirting with me or something like that, basically I just have to tell them at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I'm yours. People can talk all they want, but he's the one that gets to call me his in the long run.
Mm.
There's a lot of hate towards Spike, and the only thing that I can really say is that, you know, there's two kinds of guys. There's the guys that have to make fun of others because they have low self-esteem in their own. And then there's guys that are true, loving, caring people that that might get a little hurt by it, but don't care.
Mm.
And Spike happens to be one of those guys.
Yeah. I don't know Spike as much as you do, but I do know that he is very sensitive towards relationships.
Yes.
And now I want to hear this from you and from anyone who is listening. Let's hear this from Miss Juggalette. What do you think when people say that they're in love, but then 2 weeks later they break up and they get with another person? And it's been happening for quite a while. Like they say, "Oh, I'm in love," but then they don't know a thing about love. What's your opinion on love? I mean, do you think not a lot of people know about it, or do you think people think it's just a four-letter word?
Oh my gosh. I personally think a couple of things about that. First off, there is times where a relationship is so strong that there is no too soon to say I love you.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, there is, like I said, there's a difference between wanting somebody in your life and needing somebody in your life.
Hmm.
In my opinion, there is no need for a relationship. It is not a need, it is a want. The things you need in life are air, water, and food. The three things that you need in life, or else you're going to die. Let's face it. You're not
Hmm.
going to die if you're not in a relationship. You want somebody to be in your life because that person is going to make that life as you feel better. Um, but I don't think there's a too soon to say I love you if the feelings are truly there. Now, people that are going to say, oh, I love you so much, I love you so much, I love you so much, and then break up a week later, obviously don't know what love is. The math preacher said it best when he said that love is kind of like a pit, like a hole. If you are truly in love, that hole is going to go down deeper, and you're not going to be able to get out of it. Because true love is something that you stay in. And if that hole is shallow enough for you to get out of, you're obviously not in love, and you don't know what real love is until you find that person.
Now that is a great example, and I do agree with it 100%. And I will be honest with you, whenever someone says that they're in love, they have to prove it, I mean, they don't have to, but it's like this. If they say they're in love, then that means they're willing to go through the whole 9 yards with their partner, no matter what. They have to, they have to be there for them, be there with them. Even if it's long distance, I've been inside long distance myself, but just to be there for each other, and for good or for worse, be there for each other no matter what. If you think they're cheating, then you probably have some trust issues, or they probably are cheating, or one of the two, or probably both of them, and so yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you that because it seems like you and Spike really do have true love for each other, and I look at most people who are in relationships, and they think they're in love, but then again, they don't even know what love means.
Yeah, exactly. I always say, and this is what I feel incredibly strong on, there is two most powerful words in the English language, and that's love and hate. You don't say them unless you truly 100% mean them.
Now that I can also agree with. And let's see, one more question about this whole thing. When now explain to me as well as the other people, all the people who are listening, when Spike went down to Michigan to see you, what were you feeling before y'all saw each other, and what were y'all feeling right then and there when you saw him?
Okay, well, first off, as a lot of people know, when he was supposed to be here on December 17th, early in the morning, he was officially supposed to get here at 12:57 a.m. on December 17th. But he had a huge stomach flu the day before, and he ended up not being able to make his original flight. His mom ended up telling him that as soon as he felt better, he could get the next flight out. He grit and bore the last bit of pain that he had to get a late night flight. Um, I remember staying up almost half the night, making sure everything was perfect. I was sweeping the house again, cleaning everything that I could, fixing the house back up, making sure that his Christmas present was put away and whatever. And then he called me and told me that he was going to be a little bit late because he was in Chicago the time that he called me.
Hmm.
And I remember that we were sitting there I was sitting there in the airport. My mom ended up leaving me by myself, and I was hyperventilating. I was so nervous. And if it wasn't for Crazy McCormick calling me and telling me to calm the fuck down, I probably wouldn't have. Um, but I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then we hear that his flight's in. And we went over and we were waiting by the escalators, because there's an upstairs and a downstairs at the Detroit Metro.
Uh-huh.
And the downstairs is where the arrivals are, and the upstairs is where the departures. Well, in order for them to get off the planes, they have to go through the departure area and go down the escalators into the arrival area. And I was standing there and I was waiting, and I was so nervous. I was literally shaking. My mom was looking at me and laughing her ass off. And the things that are running through my head is that, oh my God, he's not going to like me. Oh my God, wrong. I just know it. He's not going to like me. And then the first thing I seen was his shirt. And I seen the edge of it, and it was his Riddlebox shirt. He stood up at the top of the stairs and was just like in shock. And there's the two escalators, one going downside and one going up, and then there's a middle way of stairs. I kid you not, if there was a old lady in front of him, he would have knocked her the hell down and barreled down those stairs.
Oh,
He came
wow.
running down the stairs. His backpack swung one way, and he ran towards me and gave me the hugest hug that I've ever experienced in my life. And, I mean, just being able to feel his touch for the first time, it was completely just amazing to me. It was something that I've never felt, and the spark that was there, it was just beyond words. And me and him were both crying, and for the first, 4 hours, we could not let go of each other.
Oh, wow. And what you call, so mostly our words couldn't describe what y'all were feeling.
Definitely. The only thing that I kept on thinking was that I'm going to wake up at any second. It's going to be all over. It's all a dream. And then, it was kind of funny because we were kissing constantly and hugging constantly in the airport. And he was so worried because he's like, I hope your mom doesn't think of me any less because I'm showing major PDA in front of her. I said, I really don't care.
Oh, wow.
So,
Well,
yeah, it was the most amazing experiences of my life.
well, you and Spike met and y'all are together, and then he had to leave back to California. And I saw your videos that you were really, really sad, and you know, uh, a lot of people have said this before, and I'm gonna say to you personally, if he makes you feel really happy, really special, and like what you said, if you really need him, then you have my blessings all the way. And as long as you're happy, he's happy, and as long as y'all are both happy, I'm happy. I mean, I don't like to see my friends. I don't like to see my homies all sad because they had someone with them one life and then now they're gone and now and um they want to try to see each other again and it's really sad seeing that like whenever they have something good but now it's gone, they're gonna have it back and I really hope to see you with Spike again and hopefully there won't be any babies that have his hair and have your laugh and they will make YouTube videos and painted fingernails.
No, anytime soon. But I will say that you will be seeing definitely more of us together soon because in about 2.5 months, him and I actually are planning on moving in together. He is moving here to Michigan, and we're getting our own place, and he's going to be starting college here.
Oh, so you're gonna deflower him as well.
Honey, that happened a while ago. I mean, what?
What? Oh, lesbian sex. Awesome. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, that was mostly a compliment. Anywho, uh, yeah, next question. I have been gone from YouTube, and I am seeing all this hate from Child's Play Ninja, and I mean, I heard Guido's side of the story. What's your side? I mean, what happened? What's going on with that stuff? I mean, I see Child's Play Ninja as a well-respected Juggalo. Now he's lost a lot of subscribers. Now he's become really most hated, not to only Juggalo haters, not only to trolls, but also to Juggalos themselves. I mean, what's the deal with that? I mean, what happened? What happened right there?
Well, originally, what had happened was it all started because of a damn Star Wars thing over, I believe it was Batman Jersey's Blog TV or Blog Talk Radio, and it originally started with him shot first in the whole Star Wars shit. After that, CPN got all butthurt and started, really going off on Crazy, and Crazy's doing nothing but trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Crazy McCormick has his children taken away from him, and his wife is now divorcing him, and CPN has something to do with that. So, and plus not only that, Sir Little Spazzer, a lot of people know him. He's a rapper on here, and he has a daughter. Well, he was basically saying that he was going to rape Sir Little Spazzer's 4-year-old daughter while wearing Sir Little Spazzer's face, saying, "Who's your daddy?" And then basically saying that he was going to make the story that he told about Sir Little Spazzer's daughter make it sound like fairy tales in Disneyland compared to what he was going to do to Crazy McCormick's kids. Now, if I'm correct, and I think that I am, isn't, being a juggalo against sexual predators and, child molesters?
Oh yeah.
So,
Wow.
and then, of course he wants to attack me about, he's going off saying that he's going to rape me and all this other stuff, and, he's pulling out fat jokes out of his big ass that he stays on all day at work and at home. I don't necessarily see the difference here because let's face it, I'm a bigger girl, he's a fat ass dude, but yet I'm still smaller than him, but he's calling me fat. So, I don't know. He's a whole lot of shit, and he's lost a lot of respect, and a lot of people just don't really care about him anymore. It's like, who the fuck is CPN?
Oh, okay. So, damn, that's just really insane. All over for a Star Wars question. The Han and Guido. I mean, that's just. I mean, I'll tell you the God's honest truth. I actually thought that it was all just a prank. Like, I mean, the way how they put it out. Like they're like, Han Solo's a bitch. Don't call Han Solo a bitch. And then it all led to this. I mean, I'm not gonna say what CPN did was wrong. I'm not gonna say that I condone what he did. I'm not gonna say Crazy McCormick should have every right to be angry because honestly, I'm gonna say this. Um, it's not none of my business. Yeah, they may put it on the internet. They might put it on to share with us, but I have no place to be right there. I have no place to talk because one, it's not my beef. I mean, I'm not very I'm not the type of person I'll just go like, oh, okay, you said this, okay, that's pretty fucked up. You know what? You're a fucking ass or shit like that. I mean, overall, it's kind of like their fight, but anyone who wants to defend crazy or uh, what you call say what they're going through is stupid. Anyone can say that, anyone can do that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be a part of it because you know if what CPN did called Child Protective Services, if he really did that, I mean, hey, I don't want no part of it. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I talk to Craig McCormick on, I talk to him on a regular basis. So, I mean, you're not just messing with my online family. You're messing with one of my very close friends. I mean, there's some people on YouTube that I've gotten incredibly close to and I talk to on a regular basis. And Crazy McCormick just happened to be one of them.
Mm. Oh yeah, that's very understandable. I mean, yeah, in 2 weeks, in time, 2 weeks, I'm gonna have another interview with the Juggalo, but this one's gonna involve Crazy McCormick as well. So I will ask for,
Oh.
I will ask his story. I will ask him most of the same questions I've asked you, and we will see what's in the mind of Crazy McCormick. But until then, I have one more question to ask you. Is
Yeah.
is there anything you would like to say to the people who are listening to this interview? If so, you have all the time you need.
Well, it really makes me feel amazing that coming onto YouTube, I didn't really have any intentions of, getting a big base of subscribers. I mean, I'm up to like 600 and something. And to me, the subscriber list, the number is nothing. It's the fact that I'm helping somebody. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten messages just saying thank you for being myself or for helping them or for saying something that they wish they could have said. And it means so much to me. And to have met so many great people online, Twisted Ash, at some point, CPN, Crazy McCormick, you, Hobo Juggalo, and Nappy Josh, and, Goat Boy, and all these other amazing people. If I miss somebody, I'm so sorry. But it's just so amazing to know that I don't just have the people around me, which is not very many, juggalos. I have a lot of friends that are juggalos both offline and online. And a lot of the online is also turned into a regular offline basis. And I'm just so grateful that I have such great people to interact with, both, throughout my personal life and on YouTube. And it's just a great thing. And I am just so glad that Rayman chose me to be the very first juggalette.
Oh yes. I mean, I did make up my mind when you said you need a girl on your show. You have a damn sausage fest. So it was a very good honor for you to actually, how should I say this? Made me finally change my mind to say I should have a girl interviewed by me so that you know it could make it more better and it won't make me seem that it won't make people think that I like sausages, but the only sausage I like is if it's in a barbecue grill and it's on a Sunday with beers and chicken tenders and bitches.
Rayman, I miss you so.
I miss myself too. Well, thank you all for listening. As for next week's interview with the Juggalo, I will keep y'all updated on that. 2 weeks, I will have Crazy McCormick. Right now, we have the one and only Miss Juggalette, and I hope y'all like this interview. Give us your input and subscribe to the bitch. Well, not to me, but to not to Miss Juggalette, not to Crazy McCormick, but to the bitch. You know.
Well, hey, now let's get this straight. I am not just a bitch. I am the bitch. Okay.
But
I am the Miss Bitch.
but I wasn't calling you a bitch. I was calling the bitch. Wait, damn it! Now I'm confused.
That's okay, honey.
Spike, don't get mad at me. She did it. Anywho, toodaloo, much kind love, and thank y'all for listening.